Early morning, my view. It's about 6:10 in the morning, 6:15, something like that. On my way to meet May. We're going to go on another adventure.
On today's adventure, we're on our way to visit the Amargosa Hotel and Opera House in Death Valley Junction. Originally, the building was constructed by the Pacific Coast Borax Company to house their miners after bad press about their living conditions, which consisted of tents and dugout caves in the vicinity.
Amargosa 剧院是一座西班牙殖民复兴风格的建筑。
The old motor hotel
is really wild, wild west.
just parked in front,
Okay.
I guess. Amargosa Hotel.
It's cold? No.
We're at the Amargosa Hotel, about ready to do the tour. It's about 8:30. We're going to go see the Opera House. I got to tell you, it's freezing cold. This is the dining area, and all the paintings are works of Miss Marta Beckett. She was in here painting.
一踏入旅馆，看到墙上 Masa 的手绘彩绘。
Apparently, back in the 1920s, this used to be a restaurant dining hall for the miners. A little coffee. Definitely need it. Some of her artwork. And yes, it is peeling and falling off the walls. And that was her intentions. That it was to be natural and deteriorate over time, and eventually go back to the earth.
The building was the town. It included the company offices, a dormitory, a 23-room hotel, and a dining room, hotel lobby with an infirmary, and a company store.
A little history there.
深深地感觉到时光的流逝，也强烈感受到他对这片土地建筑的热爱和狂热。
Marta was fond of cherubs, a few which can be seen here. She had them in the rooms and throughout the opera house.
Miss Martha. As you can see, this painting here is one of Martha's paintings, and she envisions that one day that this place will become much like you see here, as it all goes back to Earth. And there she is right up here. There's a little dust devil floating in the wind. Gotta get a little coffee going because it's chilly. It's really cold out here. I know the desert's cold, but it's like really cold. And it's hot coffee. Definitely hit the spot. Hopefully, it's good coffee. At this point, it doesn't matter, just as long as it's hot. That'll do.
This is one of my favorite rooms.
This is a great little room.
I love the skylight. That is my favorite thing. Every single bedroom has a skylight. Let me grab the key so that I can show you guys what the rooms. So originally, the town was named Amargosa, which is Spanish for bitter water. And the Death Valley Junction was founded in 1907. So that's when they started mining for borax, which is like a laundry detergent, or you can wash your dishes with it. You can soften your sheets with it. It's pretty much everything that you can So that's what they were mining for. And that's what all these pictures was of them mining in the 20s. Yep. We got the railroad here in 1914. Before that, it was ran by 20 mules.
Okay, the 20 mule team, yeah.
20 mule team, yes.
Mhm.
Technically, it was 18 mules and 2 horses. The horses were in the back because they listened the most. And then it was 18 mules. And it had 2 wagons of borax and then a water wagon. This is a good picture of how I like to see it. So those were the 2 wagons, the water wagon, and then all the mules.
I think that's out of
We
Death
saw the
Valley.
picture
Yeah, it's out of
before in
Death Valley. We
Valley,
saw that.
yeah.
Yeah.
They traveled 160 miles to Death Valley to drop the borax off and then come back and replenish and go back and forth.
Really?
So once that train came here, it made everything a lot easier
I
for,
bet,
for
yeah.
everybody. They were still living. This place wasn't built. They were living in tents or literally in the caves. They were building caves to live in, and the life expectancy was about 6 months to a year for the miners. It was just super bad living conditions, as well as inhaling borax and
Borax
stuff
is
like that.
not, yeah, it's not good. Yeah.
No, it's not a good chemical to ingest like that. Let's see. And then by 1923, an author named Zane Grey, who is a Western writer, he actually came to Death Valley and wanted to learn about how to mine borax. So when he came, he saw the living conditions that the miners had, and he wrote an article. And the mining facility got in a lot of trouble because people were finding out how they were keeping their miners. So once that article came out, that's when this facility got built. Was because this was them cleaning up their mess of not having adequate housing for people. So they built this place. Originally, this was always meant to be a hotel for investors or people coming through. But on the other side of that mirror, there's the dormitory for the miners. It's the same length. And the rooms are about this big. 2 to 4 men lived in each room at a time.
Damn.
Yep. It was small living conditions, but it was definitely better than nothing.
Yeah,
For sure.
tents and caves.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yep. And we'll go this way.
Okay, cool. Oh, we have to go down the hallway. I wanted to go down.
You might smell a little bit of a smell. It's just because of our plumbing is very, very old.
Skylights.
I love the skylights.
Ah, some more Marta's stuff. Oh, unfinished.
Here's one room. Come on in.
Cool. Get to see. Oh, nice and warm.
Yes.
Ah, nice little bathroom.
Yep.
Oh, this is huge.
Yeah. So this is a double. Super nice in here. If you look out the window, it's where we have the little wild donkeys and everything that we take care of. You can look the take a look.
Wow.
Yep. This place is 260 acres. And I'll get you guys in one of the painted rooms as well. I just wanted to show you what a double looks like.
This is really nice.
It's nice. It's very nice. The insides are taken care of really well. Our housekeepers do a really good job keeping it clean.
Yeah.
They put in a lot of work, for sure. All the beds are new and everything, so that is comfortable.
Even carpet is very clean.
Yeah, and the tile is all, I think, original. So it is deteriorating a little bit, but for 100 years old, it does pretty good. You can't beat it. And then, all the plumbing you can see.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Every room has the skylight, like I said. I really love that.
Oh,
That natural light makes a big difference in
yes.
here. It's not like a cave.
No, very impressed. All that old plumbing up there.
It is, yeah. It's quirky for sure. But I don't think they really built this place with the intention of it lasting.
Yeah, that's.
I think they, made it as quick as they could. So this is the swan room.
Aw.
This is one of Marta's rooms that she painted. She liked to paint backboards. And then she did the ceiling as well.
Oh.
Yep.
Little cherub.
Yep, she loved her little cherubs. The opera house is full of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're here. Take some pictures.
Yes.
Might as well.
You got the skylight in there. Original tile. This I'm guessing leads outside.
It does. Yep. So
Okay.
yeah, these guys have private doors
Okay.
that they can use. Definitely unique, for
Mhm.
sure. For sure.
Yeah, I'd like to see this, but
That's gonna be on the 15th
all right.
of February.
Unfortunately, I work
Dang.
in
On Saturday.
casino business, and she's got to work in the daytime, so
Yeah.
I can't really make that either.
It's a once a year thing. We do performances.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dance studio that knew Marta,
Mm-hmm.
and so they're gonna be doing some of Marta. When Marta came here, the building was already 20 years abandoned.
Really?
Yep. So once World War II hit, they ripped up all the railroad ties to repurpose for the metal for the World War II, and they all moved to Boron, California. So this place was it went from population 300 to zero. Zero people lived here. It was just literally left as it is. But when Marta came, she felt as spiritual. She felt she needed to be here. And when she did purchase this facility, she had the intention to renovate everything. But when she went into the dormitory, she said she felt a lot of energy, and it wasn't necessarily great energy, and she felt like there was a portal in there. So she wanted to block it off and leave it as the miners left it. So it's pretty much a time capsule in there.
Really? Have you
Yeah.
looked in there, or have you been in
I
there?
haven't been in there, but we can look on the outside.
Okay. Yeah.
We keep it pretty private. When
Okay.
Marta lived here, she did have a psychic medium come,
Uh-huh.
and the medium said that the miners were complaining that we were too loud on this side, and they asked for us to close the door. So that's what she did.
Wow.
She wanted to respect their wishes, and so she left. She left it as it is. It's 100% the way it is. Nobody really goes in it. Most of this deterioration was when there were 3 back-to-back floods. I think in the 80s, it was really bad floods, and adobe and plaster are the material is pretty much clay.
Mm-hmm.
So when clay gets wet, it just kind of deteriorates. It doesn't last forever, unfortunately. Later on, once the mining was put in place, they did allow families. It was primarily just for men to come here, but then they started allowing families, so they built some sheds, pretty much little tiny houses for the families to have. There's a 2-story house right there. That's Marta's house.
Over there?
Yep, completely renovated. She passed away in 2017, so it's as renovated as she left it. It's the most renovated facility or room that we have,
Mm-hmm.
and we leave it as it is for her. Pretty cool. And this compound was the entire town: the grocery, the dentist, the doctor, post office, anything that needed to be required for the miners was here. And I think at the time they had a doctor that they hired to stay here for them and keep the facility going. That is the garage. That's where the train would come and load everything up, and the miners would hop on it, and then it would take them where the borax is. That was the service station, so that was the last thing that wasn't abandoned. So everything else was left, and that was just like a gas station. That's how Marta found this place, and she got a flat tire.
Oh.
Yeah, she had no intention of coming here. She was just going through Death Valley, and she got a flat tire on her car. So, but I'll go into all that once we get in here.
Oh, yeah, you can see the adobe up there.
Yep. And underneath, you can see where it flooded, how high it flooded. It flooded about 2.5 feet.
Dang.
Yep. And when it floods here, it floods. I mean, you get it. The ground doesn't it just turns to concrete and then it doesn't absorb it. So this is gonna be the opera house. There's just a couple rules, nothing crazy. Everything else is free game. You can sit in the chairs, you can touch the chairs, you can take pictures of whatever you would like.
Mm-hmm.
We just want to respect the painting and everything, but
Of course.
you guys get it, I know. I just have to say it.
I understand. I'm just happy to be here.
I'm glad you guys came. You know, this is kind of like a hidden gem. I didn't even know this existed until I came to interview.
I'd heard about it for years and years and years. I've lived in Vegas since 1990.
Just never committed to come out here.
And yeah, we went to Death Valley last year in March or April.
Yeah.
And we came by here
And just kind of passed through.
and we stopped here outside here, like right here in this little alcove, took pictures and
It
I
was
was-
kind of abandoned, so
and
a
I-
lot of people
Yeah.
think it's.
and then I was telling her they had tours and stuff, and I always wanted to see inside. And now,
Now you get to.
here we go.
Go on in.
Kind of spooky.
Yes. Once your eyes adjust, it's a little bit better.
Oh.
Little treat.
Wow, look at that stage.
And I'll go over the dates of every wall that was painted, the order it was painted, and then pretty much what her idea was with painting this whole facility. It's a lot to take in. It's just good to remember Marta did every single thing here. If you look, the lights are coffee cans. And she painted all the walls, all the flooring. This flooring is repurposed. It was a gymnasium floor. She was able to get this from one of the high schools, I think. And then these chairs are theater chairs that she was able to repurpose as well. This facility or this building initially was just the city hall. So if they had any performances or if they had like any meetings that they had to have, this is where it was. And the wall didn't go all the way back, so she pushed all that back and brought the stage forward. All the curtains she hand painted, so that every single performance she had a different backdrop.
Wow.
And I'm just gonna start reading off if you guys just wanna look around and enjoy it. So Marta Beckett was born in New York City on August 19th, 1924. And during World War II, Marta was in high school, and unfortunately, she did have to drop out because it was just her and her mother. While in New York in 1961, Marta met a gentleman named Tom, and they later married that year. A little funny thing about Marta and her mother was that her mother had a lot of control over Marta, and she went to every single one of her dates. Every single date she went on, her mother accompanied her. Yep. Yep. But Marta's mom liked Tom, and he actually kind of started her career. So she was dancing for Vogue and Showboat and stuff like that, but she wasn't really getting publicized a lot. So Tom and Marta decided that they're going to book performances over the United States. So he booked over 300 performances over the course of a couple years, and they would drive around the United States and do those performances. And then that is how the flat tire happened of April 1967. Marta was, while her tire was getting fixed, she asked if she could look around, and she went through that little door right there, and she felt that the building spoke to her and said, "Take me, do something with me. I offer you life." And so what Marta did is she got a hold of the owner of this place and asked, "Is there any way I could rent this building, part of the building to live in?" And they said, "Sure, for $45 a month you can do that." So later that year, on her birthday, August 9th, 1967, that's when they came here to start building everything. And her first performance here was February 10th, 1968, and she danced for 12 weeks. The good thing to know about Marta is she loved performing, and she was going to perform regardless if anybody was here. So she performed without fail Friday, Saturday, and Monday, with the doors opening at 7:30. A lot of the times nobody came. It was just her husband and her cats that watched her performances. But later on, National Geographic did a article on her, and that is when her career pretty much launched, was in the 70s. And by 1972, she painted every single wall. So, like your husband was saying, the back wall is the first wall she did. That's the only wall that she's drew beforehand. Everything else was freestyle.
Really?
And that's the only wall she scaled as well. So she learned how to scale in New York, and she was able to bring that knowledge over here with her. They're all 19th century Spanish royalty on the back wall. She wanted to have royalty, always watching her dance. The last wall that she painted was the ceiling. She got that finished in 1974. It did take her 2 summers to complete because it did get really hot in here in the summertime. So she would rent scaffolding, and then she would drench herself in a towel and paint as much as she could. Later on, Tom and Marta did get divorced. At that time, he was actually working at the brothel that was down the road, and a lot of the ladies of the night supported Marta and actually came here and watched her performances.
Awesome.
So if you look right up there, that is a painting of the ladies of the night. She wanted to appreciate that they, came to her performances and supported her. And they were always nice to Marta. A lot of people thought that she was crazy for painting a place that she didn't own, for performing ballet in the desert. People, they didn't get it yet. But by 1984, Marta paid off the mortgage, and she met a gentleman named Tom Willard. We'll call him Tom 2. Tom 2 actually performed with Marta later on. He did more comedy, and she did the dancing performances. So they did it together. Yeah. And Marta danced on point till she was 84 years old, and she remained on the stage, but she was seated. And her last performance was February 12th, 2012. So she hurt her knee, and she continued to doing her dancing and her performance and her poems on stage, but just seated.
Do they have recordings of her?
Yep. We're trying to transfer them over. They were all VHS, so we're trying to get them on DVD. Yeah. Yep. So these from the paintings, pretty much from here up, are all opera tragedies, and I think the idea was given the idea of life and death on stage. Marta truly felt that performing was her duty on this earth. She felt that performing came first, her animals came second, and then her husband came third. I like it like that. Yep. And unfortunately, that was the reason why her original husband and her got divorced, was because he wanted to have a traditional life that could provide traditional needs. And she was so dedicated to this that she couldn't spare any other time to having a child and taking care of it. So he did, when they divorced, he did get remarried and he had children. So, but she never did. She stayed here. She only left really a couple times after she purchased this place. She didn't really go anywhere. She just dedicated her time.
Especially she came from New York.
All the way over there. Yeah. And she didn't really have, there wasn't a reason for them to be here. They just got a flat tire. It was destiny.
Yes.
And then one of the most important paintings is the bronze statue. In Latin, it says, "The walls of this theater and I dedicate these murals to the past, without which our times have
Oof.
So she really felt that she was better in this place, and she wants to maintain it like that. She felt that there's no reason to live without art and doing what you love, and that is why she purchased this place and put so much effort into it. She has every single plaque on these chairs has a name of everybody that helped her during her time building this place. And if you look closely on the the two back walls, there's two cats painted. She loved her cats, Rhubarb and Tuxedo. The bottom paintings are of Native Americans and their traditional dancing art. And then the middle floors are just of Spanish people. Do you guys have any questions?
No, I'm just in amazement.
It's a lot. It's a lot of everything. That's why I have to read it off the script because there's just so much information. And I'm really only just like scratching the iceberg of the amount of, you know, I would read her book. She has an autobiography. Um, it's really, really good. And it explains, why she wanted to paint this and how she felt. That regardless of what happens to this place, the time that she spent painting it was, the happiest times of her life. If you take a picture right up there, it is the day that this wall was finished. August 1972, right there. Yep. And then if you look on the ceiling, has that date, September 1974. And I think the top paintings are the seasons and the four winds.
Where's the date?
It's kind of hidden, but right in the corner.
At the corner? Oh, okay. Okay, I see. Wow.
I'm excited to see the performance, to see people on stage.
Yeah, that'd be it.
I think one of my favorite things about Marta is she painted all of the backgrounds. All of those are hand painted. Do you guys want me to take a good picture of you standing right here? Sure.
Yeah, that'd be
And then
great.
get one of you guys standing right there.
Hey guys, so we are at the Amargosa Hotel and we're about to embark on a tour of the Opera House. Anything to say about that?
It's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah,
Yes.
very elegant.
Yes,
Yeah.
we took a view and it's amazing. Even in the hotel here, in the front office and in the dining area, all the paintings that Marta did, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
If you ever get a chance, definitely come out.
Yes.他抛弃纽约的繁华和个人的成就，来到这个濒临荒废的城市。
This is the old service station here at Death Valley Junction. A little island here, you can see where the pumps used to be. No overnight parking, smoking prohibited. Everything in just a state of disrepair. Oh look, skylight. This used to be the rail yard. They had a train coming out here. I like this. Last gas before Death Valley. Yes. And the restaurant, cafe, old Death Valley Junction station.
来到这座能够和他对话的建筑，他也是真正的能够为了理想和艺术奉献他全部生命的人。
It looks like this place like a bank. Whoa! Alan!
Did it break it? Again?
Yeah.
Shit, I just had the windshield replaced. Look, we all cheesy. So we just went to where did we go? Oh, Amargosa Opera House. Got a great video. Beautiful place. Took a big ride around up to Crystal, Nevada. Old 95. Checked out a brothel. Alien 51 Center. Coming back down. We checked out. What's that little town we were at? No, that was Crystal, wasn't it?
Crystal Park.
Yeah, Crystal.
Yeah.
There was not much there. Now we're back in Pahrump. Here at my favorite French bakery, get some bread, and I guess we're heading back into Vegas now. But it was definitely a good time.